The Green Team #4, written by Art Baltazar and Franco, art by Iguara, Robson Roca, and Travis Moore. So last issue, Deathstroke helped the Green Team narrow down where the primary version of Riot is, and this issue picks up exactly there, where apparently he is inside of a casino, and in order to evacuate the place, because the Commodore is unable to buy it, he just puts $1 million out into the nearby sea and says, first one to go get it gets it. So everyone runs out of the building. And JP is telling him, like, dude, they're going to kill each other to go get that stuff. And he's like, nah, people are usually pretty good about money, right? Anyway, yeah, let's go inside. This is our only chance. So we got to get in there. And sitting inside, holding one of the blackjack dealers hostage is the primary version of Riot. And he's like, hey, Green Team, I knew I'd meet up with you eventually, but you guys sure did speed that one up. So yeah, come on by, let's have a seat. And Commodore basically tells him, hey, what do you want? What is all this about? What do you need? And Riot says that he was the one who the armor belonged to, the armor that they've all been using. And as soon as he says this, Cecilia just freaks out because obviously she's missing her arm now. It's all robotic. And so she just throws a table over at Riot and starts yelling at him to get rid of this arm now. So he says, okay, if that's what you want, and then just rips off her robot arm, and she kind of goes down for a second. So Commodore boots up his suit, starts throwing punches. Turns out Riot's able to divide himself like Cell Division sort of style, so he splits into multiple ones every time they throw a punch. Muhammad sees this all going on, so he's like, I have to help, and he puts on his own suit and tries to jump into the fight. And Commodore explains, dude, I didn't steal these suits, I bought them fair and square. And he's like, but just because you buy something doesn't mean it's been stolen. The person who you bought them from promised them to me, and then he backed out of the deal. And so when I was torturing him for information on who bought it, I found out it was you. And also I learned this nifty little shut-off code for your suit, so you're unable to do anything. So he shuts off the suit. Meanwhile, Muhammad jumps in, starts joining in the fight, but he is not a good fighter. So he is almost immediately caught up by that. So Riot starts dragging out Commodore outside the building. Commodore's pleading, please stop, I'll give you anything you need. And he's like, I don't need anything. I just want the suit. That's literally all I'm asking for here. But I am going to hurt all your guys. And he says, I don't need money because your mother helped me with that. And I mean, they say it for a while. It's the dad. It's apparently Commodore's dad. That's who this is. Okay, so back inside, a whole bunch of the other Riot people are going up after Muhammad and the rest of the group. Muhammad's bodyguard tells JP that he needs to help, he needs to join in the fight. And JP tries to tell Cecilia, hey, turn back on your armor. You can fight. Go in and fight. And she's like, no, I never want to use that armor again. It's done these horrible things to me. You take it. And he explains, no, it's bonded to you. I can't. And then all of a sudden he uses it. It bonds to him and he's good to go. So he joins in the fight. He starts attacking a bunch of them. We see that he electrifies several of them at once. So using the pain split thing, it actually causes a good amount of damage even to the original. We see that the original is taking Commodore out onto a speedboat where they are meeting up with this helicarrier thing. And he just keeps on trying to get the armor off of them. But now the armor is goopy. It starts gooping around him in tentacle sort of ways, and it says, oh, it's the nanites. The nanites are behind this. So he tries at this point just smashing the armor with Cecilia's arm. Doesn't work, so he's like, all right, whatever, get him up in the helicarrier, we'll take care of him in there. And once they get up in the helicarrier and start flying away, Commodore pulls out an EMP that he sets off and causes the helicarrier to crash back down into the ocean. The Riot calls him out. He's just like, wow, that took some cojones, kid. You frankly just risked your own life there, and you also disabled your own suit in the process. So, hey, whatever. At this point, a civilian boat comes up to check on them. Riot takes it over, and he's like, okay, I'm done being nice. We're gonna go to one of our base of operations, and I'm gonna dissect you. So they go to somewhere in France. And he lays out the whole thing of their family was rich because of Commodore's mother. She was very wealthy. And the husband, Riot, he wanted superpowers. That was his thing. So he used money and such to develop these powers that he has where he's able to split his body. But because of it, he's lost his money, he's lost his wife, he's lost everything. So he developed these suits to then contain it and like cure him of his superpowers now. But in the process, it'll also give him immortality. So that's cool. Oh, also every time he splits, he loses a bit of his own life or something like that. It does get into specifics, but regardless, he's like, I need the suit in order to live forever, and then I can kill you, because if I live forever, why would I need an heir? So he goes after the armor. It starts getting goopy again, but turns out that now the nanites have left the suit and are now in his bloodstream. They're in Commodore's bloodstream. So he's like, well, now I really got to dissect you. All of a sudden, Cecilia's arm starts freaking out. It busts into a million pieces and causes some massive damage. And then the green team shows up again. Muhammad's carrying an item called the Spear of Uru. I don't know what that is. And JP's in the suit just blasting everybody. So Commodore uses his ability to control the nanites to get out of his constraints. He gets up. Riot is going after JP, and he's about to like crush his chest with his bare hands because he's also super strong. And then Commodore just comes up behind him and starts making his body go all goopy too. And he's like, how's that going for you, Dad? And then all of the clones disintegrate, and Primary Riot like falls to the ground in a puddle of goop. And all their suits retract off of them, and JP's like, how are you doing the goopy thing? He's like, I don't know. How are you wearing Cecilia's outfit? And he's like, I don't know. And everyone's just kind of confused. No one knows what's going on. Muhammad says, so is this like normal for the green team? It's like, no, this is not normal for the green team. And Mom's like, okay, well, either way, I'm in. Count me up as an official member here. And basically it just ends with them focusing on Cecilia having lost her arm. And they're just like, yeah, we made it out of this, but did we really make it out unscathed? And it says end, but I know there's like 3 more issues of this. So anyway, don't like the fact it's his dad. That was dumb. That was just really like it didn't even change anything. Like it very much easily could have just been like, I was the one who originally made these suits and you bought them out from under me. And now I'm back for them. Like, the dad thing doesn't matter. Unless we're going to come back to it at some point later. It just seemed like a stupid little addition. Beyond that, I mean, this book has never been very high on my, like, ooh, I'm excited to read this list. There's a reason it didn't get published in trade paperback. It's just there. It's not offensively bad, but, like, I can't say that even going into the next issue, I'm going to remember most of this when we get to it. It's going to be a blur. So I'm going to give this one a flat 6. It's not awful. I want to make that clear. Art-wise, looks great, but like, it's been so much time explaining what it is it's doing, and I still don't feel like I have a good grasp on it, unless it really is just as basic as it seems. In which case, yeah, we could have done better.